Hey everybody, this is Todd here with Movies Guys Like, and I'm back today to review my first movie, Masters of the Universe, He-Man. If you are a child of the 80s, you remember that cartoon. It's great to watch after schools. It was great to watch on Saturdays. Kids don't know what Saturday morning cartoons are anymore, but it was a thing for us, sitting in front of the TV with a bowl of cereal. Masters of the Universe was directed by Travis Knight. It stars Nicholas Galatine, Camila Mendez. Idris Elba is really good at Man-at-Arms. And then Marina Baccarat. So she is one of my favorite actresses. She's in a TV series right now called Sheriff's Country, which is really good. But she's been in a lot of things like Greenland 2. And several years ago, she played a lizard in a TV series called V, for those of you that have never seen it. And she was strangely hot as a lizard. But anyway, I'll digress. So let's talk about the movie. So I'll start with the previews. So the previews for this movie were awesome. I was entertained and I wanted to see more previews. Spider-Man was on there, the preview for the new Spider-Man, which looked really good. Another movie with Ewan McGregor and Anne Hathaway called End of Oak Street, which is about a town going into the dinosaur world, or at least one street in the town. So that looks pretty cool. Another good movie coming up, Mutiny, with Jason Statham. Jason Statham is the ultimate actor in man movies, so I am looking forward to that one as well. Fall 2, starring Harriet Slater. And another movie that I didn't see previously until this movie called Heart of the Beast, starring Brad Pitt, where he is a vet with a dog and he goes out into the wilderness and ends up having to survive after a plane crash. And it looks pretty good. It looks entertaining. And then the other movie that looked really good was How to Rob a Bank, which is about these guys that are almost like Robin Hoods, but they videotape when they're stealing. So I think that's going to be a cool one. The previews, as I mentioned, gave me a good feeling about the movie because the previews kept me entertained as well. So in a nutshell, this movie is the story of He-Man. It talks about how he leaves the planet of Eternia and gets to Earth, and then how he gets back, and how he fights Skeletor. And it talks about the characters. It goes in depth a little bit into Man-at-Arms Duncan. He's somebody that we can all relate with. He's very, what's the word I want to say, human. He has his trials and tribulations, has a bit of an issue with the drink, if you know what I mean. But it's a really good movie. It really entertains. His daughter does a great job as Teela. And all the characters are showing up. There's one main character from the cartoon series that doesn't show up until the very end in the credits, but that's okay. Other than that, all of the other characters were there. The movie flowed really quickly and kept me in it. I only ended up looking at my watch a couple times, and that was not because of the movie itself. So I would say from that perspective, it was very entertaining. I felt like I was in the world, especially for us kids that were in the 80s and how we grew up. There was an awesome cameo. I won't spoil that, but there is a pretty cool cameo in there. And there's great hidden adult humor. So you're going to, if you know humor, you're going to catch on to some of these jokes pretty quickly. They're jokes that kids necessarily wouldn't know, but if you're an adult, you'll get it. Fisto, and he's one of the characters there, and you'll hear some jokes about fisting, which I think is hilarious. And then Ram Man, and something to do with giving head. So I'm just going to leave it at that, but you'll see that it's very funny, very well placed in there. There's a lot of death scenes, a lot of good fighting. The graphics are pretty good. There was a couple areas where it seemed a little funny or fake, but a lot of the graphics came out really well. The other thing they do is they make fun of this new inclusive, everybody gets a metal plague that's been going across the country, and they do a good job of making fun of that and comparing Earth to that realm and some of the issues. So that was a good part as well. There's some great credit scenes, so I would say stay watch the credits, because you're going to see some pretty cool stuff that kind of set up a sequel, hopefully a sequel. In my opinion, I think there should be a sequel. I love seeing it in the theater, saw it twice, as I do see all movies, but it's okay to see on the TV as well. Again, it's a movie that's safe to watch with your kids. There are no issues. They're not going to get, younger kids especially, aren't going to get the adult humor yet. When they get to be our age and they watch it again, they'll be like, oh my gosh. But yeah, it was really funny. So let's talk about the ratings. So again, I'm going to rate this on 4 different areas and then an overall scale. So action death. I'm going to give it 3 skulls and crossbones. There are some a lot of good action scenes, a lot of good death scenes in there. The ending is really cool. It's not a 5 level like a John Wick, but it's still good. And the death scenes aren't gory or horrendous by any stretch of the imagination, but they're good. They're good. Cheesy. So there are absolutely some corny, cheesy parts, and most of that is making fun of the 80s, going back to the way it was, seeing guys laugh with their big belly laughs and leaning back going, ha, 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 ha. It's really funny how they do that, and they do it tastefully. So I like that part of it as well. I'm going to give it 3 cheeses. It's not a 5 cheeser like Sharknado, but it's pretty good. Statement movies. This movie is absolutely not a movie that is trying to make a statement. It's not trying to save the trees. It's not trying to save the planets. It's not promoting any specific type of sexuality. It's just an entertaining movie. There's a couple of little parts, but it does also make fun of some of the issues of today, like everybody gets a medal and the all-inclusive nature. I'm only giving it 1 eye roll, which is really good. And then attention keeper. Attention keeping is the big thing. I did not find myself staring at my phone, checking emails, checking texts. I was excited for the movie, and honestly, I didn't want it to end. I thought it was really well done. A couple places I checked just because I got a note, but it wasn't because I was unentertained. Let's put it that way. And then so if we go to finally the overall rating. So as you know, I've got 4 overall ratings. I've got a gold star, a silver star, a pink star, and then last but not least is the pile of hot, steamy dog poop. So I'm going to give this one a silver star. I like this movie. I would recommend this movie to my friends, my family. I think it would be entertaining, especially if you grew up where we grew up and when we grew up. You'll like it. You just have fun with it. So go see it, have fun, enjoy it, and just escape from all of the issues and problems in the world today and have a good time. So thank you. I would love to get your replies on this review. And if you like this movie, please like it. And thank you again. And we'll see you with the next review, which is going to be of Supergirl.